This beautiful gravel road pass is located in the western KwaZulu-Natal highlands, close to the border with the Free State province. The pass was named after Thomas George Collings, who trekked with his wife from Oudtshoorn and was the first white person to use this route. The name is often misspelt as Collins Pass. It's subject to heavy snowfalls in winter and violent thunderstorms in summer, but generally speaking is in a good condition. Keep a lookout for the usual array of farm animals all along the length of the pass. We filmed this pass from east to west in the ascending mode. After clearing the Mulwani Pass, the gradient flattens out for a few kilometers, then begins to climb again, just as you encounter a thick grove of alien vegetation, which is the start of Collings Pass. Other than these invaders, there are very few trees around, and the landscape is dominated by rolling grasslands and tall mountains. The road climbs steadily at a fairly mild gradient at first, winding its way through some gentle corners. Beware of concrete drainage pipes, which you'll encounter all along the road. As the road surface is washed away during times of heavy rain, these pipes are exposed and then broken when driven over by vehicles, leaving a nasty obstacle in the road which could easily puncture your tires or cause a fall if you're riding a dual-purpose motorcycle. Beautiful views are presented on both sides of the road during this early section of the pass, in particular on the left and southern side. More alien vegetation is encountered, at times encroaching into the road itself, and if this is not controlled in the near future, the route will soon become impassable. The road surface is generally good, but the condition slowly deteriorates as altitude is gained. In times of wet weather, care will need to be exercised, especially when there's snow around. Some cuttings start to appear, and the pass begins a more serious climb up the mountainside. The route is clearly visible towards the west in front of you. The road now constantly changes direction through a series of corners, although none of them are particularly sharp and shouldn't cause any problems. At the 1.9 kilometer mark, there's a short flat section with a shallow depression on the left-hand side, which is a good place to stop and admire the magnificent views both to the north and the south. The road narrows slightly and a steep drop-off appears on the right-hand side. An attempt has been made to stabilize the verges of the road by placing steel reinforcements in the sand, but mudslides are obviously a problem. Rockfalls are also an ever-present problem. Along some sections, sturdy poles have been erected to prevent vehicles from going over the edge, but these are sparsely located, so you'll need to pay attention and take care. Once you've cleared this steep and narrow section, the terrain opens up again and the road curves through a long left-hand bend of 160 degrees. This leads immediately into a 110-degree right-hand corner, and then the road climbs steadily up towards the summit of the pass, which is reached at the 3.7 kilometer mark. Beautiful views to the west over the plateau grasslands and meadows are presented at this point, surrounded by tall sandstone mountains. The gradient decreases at a constant rate after the summit. The alien vegetation reappears as the road curves first to the right, then swings left again through a long arc of 150 degrees. Beware of animals that can suddenly appear hidden in the shadows of the tall trees. The road heads downhill in a southwesterly direction through some very gentle bends, then the pass culminates at a low-level bridge which crosses a small stream. Unless you're driving a 4x4 or at the very least a high-clearance vehicle, turn around at this point and retrace your route. The road deteriorates significantly from this junction as you move towards the west. Whilst driving this pass, make sure that you enjoy the good views of the Ngula pumped water storage scheme.